Government declares complete lockdown for 2 weeks in Manipur from tomorrow 2 p.m. to contain COVID-19 pandemic. Authorities beef up preventive measures against coronavirus in areas bordering Thoubal district in fear of possible community transmission of the virus. Ziri Development Organization says news about deaths of one Assam Rifles Jawan from COVID-19 in Zirbam district is false news. Titular King Lashimbasana Jauba takes oath as Rajya Sabha MP in Manipuri wearing Manipuri traditional attire. India records single-day spike of above 37,000 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. That toll reaches 28,732. And villagers of None Part 3 live in fear in wake of possible landslides. Parts of National Highway Imphal-Ziri Road caved in. 1 feet deep cracks already developed in the village. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News. I'm JOYSHREE USHAM with the top stories and latest news at this hour. Manipur government has declared complete lockdown in the state for 2 weeks to contain COVID-19 pandemic. State cabinet held a meeting today to discuss on various agendas. Among them included beefing up of measures to contain the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. The session decided to impose total lockdown in Manipur for 2 weeks starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Following fear of possible community transmission of coronavirus in Thoubal district, strict precautionary measures are being taken in Imphal West, Chandel and Kaching districts as well. Normal life in Thoubal district has been affected following announcement of complete lockdown in the district. Activities at main markets of the district, namely Thoubal Market, Wangjing Market and Lilong Market are on standstill. Movement of passenger vehicle services and private vehicles are on hold except for essential services. Police are keeping strict vigil to ensure that restriction of inter-district movement passing through the district under Disaster Management Act 2005 is not violated. It may be mentioned that State Chief Secretary Dr. J. Suresh Babu issued an order yesterday imposing total lockdown in Thoubal district until July 27 or until further notice, whichever is earlier. Various markets across Imphal East district were also shut down as preventive measures against coronavirus transmission. Imphal East district police teams are being deployed at strategic locations, especially at Khurai Lamlong, Hatta, Palace Compound and Andro parking areas of Imphal East district since around 10 this morning. Police on patrol unit cars instructed owners of shops in the area to shut down except for pharmacies. Police also prohibited public gatherings. Only frontline workers and few vehicles were seen plying on roads for emergency purposes. State Education Commissioner and COVID-19 Nodal Officer of Chandel and Thoubal districts, T. Ranjit, took stock of the prevailing COVID-19 situation of Thoubal district today. A review meeting was also held at the conference hall of Deputy Commissioner Thoubal. T. Ranjit, along with top officials of Thoubal district, held in-depth discussions on appropriate measures to be taken during the meet. Thoubal DC and Bandana also highlighted details of the prevailing COVID-19 situation in the district and instructed necessary precautionary measures to mitigate COVID-19 spread in the district to the nodal officers. SP Thoubal Dr. Ibomcha, CMO Thoubal Dr. N. Jentakumar, ADM Thoubal L. Radhakanta, and District Surveillance Officer Dr. K.H. Trustee took part in the meet. Ziri Development Organization JDO has clarified that news about deaths of one Assam Rifles personnel from COVID-19 in Zirbam district is false news. Speaking to media at JDO office in Zirbam's Babupara today, JDO President N. Sadananda said that headquarters of 37 Assam Rifles Battalion is at Zirbam's Kadamtala, but there are many companies of 37 Assam Rifles. He said that the deceased Assam Rifles personnel belongs to Poila Pool Company in Assam's Kashar district. Stating that the personnel died in a hospital at Silchar, he appeals to those concerned to be careful of spreading false news.
Silchar Hospital da masang mukti edna pukhat lubu matamda COVID-19 positive oiba thengnarakpaga loinana mahagasi Kangogdana Lake the Boogie Power see Ikoina Hungary. Maramatuna, Todogena, Ikoigi, Pau, Ibiriba, Aduga, Pau Pibiriba, Media Housina, Karigumba Pau, Pongumba Pau, Pau Gilikulese, Yamna Sumna, Kraiba Sumabage Habido, Tijan Biraga, Pau Pibinaba, Amasum Pombinaba, Jiri Development, Onaisingi Magidagi, Tamzari.
Moreh Sub-District Hospital has been converted into COVID care center. A treatment of one COVID-19 positive woman patient started today. The COVID-19 patient currently going treatment at the isolation ward of the hospital is a nurse at the Guwahati hospital. Moreh Police and Commando team are keeping a strict vigil near the COVID care center. Since the transformation of the Sub-District Hospital into a COVID care center, Primary Health Center Moreh will open 24/7 to cater other patients. Total lockdown will continue at Imphal Moreh Road and Moreh Town in Technopal District starting tomorrow. Members and volunteers of Herikon carried out an inspection drive at various shops at Masjid Road and Dharamshala to curb price variation of essential items by shopkeepers. They also checked whether customers were given cash memos for their purchase or not. Herikon members found that the rate of giving cash memo to customers by shopkeepers at Masjid Road was very low. As part of the drive, wholesalers, dealers and Herikon members held a meeting to discuss on the situation. Speaking to media, Herikon Secretary General Y. Surjakumar said that people are also suffering due to hike in the price of construction materials. He appeals to shopkeepers not to take COVID-19 lockdown as an opportunity to increase the prices of essential commodities and construction materials.
Nomo the hing the sang the Piada Polum Sing Tangadi, I quit Manipur cousin Kaya to Sakini, I quit Maramaka so I quit Impalgi, Manung the lady about wholesaler Ramadi dealer Kayak, so I quit Yamtoni waiting Tokini, Aduga, Makoya Kusam Narga, Miamda, I quit Nangiva Wabasiko and another Koi Hoda Zakini, Haiba, Wahomsini, Aduga, Manipur Langasu, letters over Red Chili Topiraga, Magi Dukal Kudimak Shingsida, Magi Red Chitiraga, Badu, I quit Hamanabagi Police, Lokapio, Gamena, low downs in my partner, Miangi Pusika, another Honaba Simadi, Hedikon Magati Yam, Adugati. Hauji adubu miyamgi hingda sangdaba yada polong kayama dukandarna hongna miyamda sagul toba maram sadana henba police ki maigi degi su miyeng sangsilaning haibo.
Titular King Leshemasana Jauba took oath as Rajya Sabha MP today. He was among the 45 out of the 61 newly elected members of the Rajya Sabha who took oaths today. Titular King Leshemasana Jauba took the oath in Manipuri language wearing Manipuri traditional attire. Rajya Sabha Speaker and Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu administered the oath of office and secrecy to the members. The oath-taking ceremony began at 11 a.m. Owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, the ceremony was held inside Rajya Sabha chamber during intersession for the first time. Other MPs who were not present for the ceremony will be administered the oath at a later date. It may be recalled that titular king of Manipur, Laishemba Sanajauba, won the recent Rajya Sabha elections as BJP candidate for the lone Manipur state on June 19.
Council of State ki member amoina Mikhalda Khanbiraba Maharaj Sanajauba Laishemba Ihangna Lining to Sanamahi Budo Pakhangba Sri Sri Govindaji Amadi Lady short Punong Pu Yengduna Wasakchari Madudi Ihangna Aina Lingdiba Bharat ki Sangvidhanbu Sietna Thajana Amasung Luna Ninjana Sasagani Bharat ki Maning Tong Panjaba Amasung Open Pibam Bukahan Danaba Tamjagani Aduga Hojik Paket Kadura Todang Sing Asi Pukjal Singna Pangtuk Jagani.
Department of Information and Public Relations, Government Manipur has provided financial help to 2 journalists under Manipur State Journalist Welfare Scheme. DIPR Deputy Director, Press T. Ramesh and DIPR Deputy Director, Headquarters L. Ashok Kumar handed over an amount of 50,000 rupees each to editor of Imphal Times Rinku Kumukcham and reporter of Manipur Express L. Hauchin Lian for medical treatment at the event held at DIPR office complex in Nite Park Chutek today. It may be mentioned that Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren had announced the scheme during an event held at City Convention Center to mark the completion of 100 days of BJP-led government on July 30, 2017. Social Welfare Minister Nemcha Kipgen today attended a national workshop on entrepreneurship development through duck rearing, an effective tool for socio-economic upliftment of people via video conference. The conference was held through Zoom webinar at the official residence of the minister. Speaking at the webinar, Nemcha Kipgen said that duck farming is fast becoming an effective tool for socio-economic upliftment of people engaged in poultry farming and a very good income-generating occupation, as it can be reared by marginal farmers and women farmers. The minister said that the workshop is a significant step towards popularizing duck rearing as an effective means for increasing the farmers' income, thereby improving their livelihood. She stated that entrepreneurship development is the need of the hour for socio-economic growth of these duck farming SHGs or cooperatives. Minister Nemcha Kipgen also expressed gratitude to National Cooperative Development Corporation (NCDC) for sanctioning agriculture marketing infrastructure project and approving pisciculture project in 4 districts of Manipur, namely Imphal East, Imphal West, Kakching and Bishnupur, as well as piggery project for Kangpokpi district. The conference was jointly organized by NCDC, the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, ICAR, Government of India, Government of Kerala, Government of Bihar, Government of Goa and Government of Manipur. Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System JCLPS in a press release urges state government to ban entry of outsiders in the state. The committee condemns the government for resuming issuance of ILP to outsiders amid the prevailing COVID-19 situation. It warns of launching intense agitations if the government fails to withdraw the same. While in a separate press release, Indigenous Peoples Association of Kangleipak Ipak, Manipur also condemns state government for resuming issuance of ILP to outsiders from July 21st amid the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases. Keep watching Impact News.
Council of Higher Secondary Examination Manipur na lauba Lisingani Kungi SSSLC exam da art stream gi 4th position tarakrabi Bianca Maibam amasung 10 position tarakraba Amosna Arkibu Imphal Valley Academy Ghari Makha Lekai da lebana thagarpa fongdokli loinena arts amasung science stream gi subject topper oirakraba sing amasung mai paklaba mahiroi punamakpusu thagarpa fongdokli ngasimak school asida lengbiratuna admission tawbiu amadi mai pakpagi lambida changsinbiu.
Andro AC gi social worker oibag loinana AC asigi Congress luchingba oibata natana United NGOs Forum Manipur gi chairman oiriba Kaisham Ningthem Jauna Andro AC gi miyam gi thabak thorum kayada mateng pangbiba Spruti scheme gi makhada hanba installment oina lupa lising yang kai pibiba loinana COVID-19 na maram oiraga lockdown lairingai manungda yumda laina sendan lambi pibiba gi damak Kaisham Ningthem Jaubu taibang mapuna yaiphawa maipakpa ohen Vishnu haina haijariba yaning tha apun banupi lob yairipo Top Jingtha.
Banthobi Group of Companies presents Banthobi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by National Housing Bank, wholly owned by Reserve Bank of India, provide subsidized home loan under PMAY-CLS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Banthobi Microfin deals with microfinance activities only. Banthobi Nidhi Limited provides loan against fixed deposit, loan against property, etc. Banthobi Constructions Private Limited facilities. Booking started for real estate residential projects of flats, villas or row houses, etc. For more details, kindly contact Banthobi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies or report Rangbam Leitlai Imphal.
Ichabu mahi tamhanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudolni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahi tampham ama oiriba, khwaidigi junaraba maphamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission tawiduna mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, icha gi phazabalam chat sajati ahongbadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English News. India has reported a single-day spike of 37,724 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll has reached 28,732. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, country's total confirmed cases are above 11,92,000, out of which more than 4 lakh are active cases. Meanwhile, country's recovery rate from COVID-19 stands at 63.12%. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of more than 1,82,000. ICMR is continuously ramping up testing facilities, and at present a total of 1,274 laboratories across India are conducting COVID-19 tests. A total of 3,42,243 tests were conducted by various laboratories in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 1,51 lakh people and more than 6,20,000 people have died. Recoveries are above 91 lakh. USA is on top with nearly 20 lakh active cases. USA reported 609 new cases today so far. Brazil is at second place with around 6,18,000 active cases of COVID-19. India is at third place in the world. Total active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states, including Manipur's 631 active cases, have crossed 12,000 mark in the last 24 hours. More than 1,600 new COVID-19 cases were reported in Assam in the last 24 hours, rising the state's tally to 26,772, out of which over 8,600 are active cases. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases are nearly 3,400, out of which 1,025 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed cases have crossed a 1,000 mark, out of which 602 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 858, out of which 552 are active cases. There are 149 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 222 in Sikkim and 416 in Meghalaya. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has said that N95 masks with respirator valves in them do not prevent the coronavirus from spreading out. He said N95 masks fitted with perforated respirator is contrary to the rules adopted to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The Union Health Minister has appealed to everyone to use a triple-layer mask made of cloth and also to encourage others for this. Director General of Health Services Dr. Rajiv Garg has written to the Principal Secretaries of Health and Medical Education of all the states in this regard. In the letter, Dr. Garg said that the use of valved respirator and N95 mask is detrimental to the measures adopted for preventing the spread of coronavirus, as it does not prevent the virus from escaping out of the mask. In view of it, the DGHS has urged the states to instruct all concerned to follow the guidelines on the use of mask and mouth cover and prevent appropriate use of N95 masks. He also referred to an advisory issued by the Health Ministry on the use of homemade protective cover for face and mouth available on its website. The coronavirus vaccine being developed at the Oxford University is expected to be available in India by this November. According to Serum Institute of India, the vaccine will cost rupees 1,000. Serum Institute has invested $200 million on the vaccine for numerous production. Chief of the Institute, Adhar Punawala, said that phase 3 trials of the vaccine will be carried out in India within August, and the exact report of the trial will be released after 2.5 months. He said that the vaccine will be launched in November if the trials succeed and approved by Drug Controller of India. An antiviral fabric spray called Virus GOVT fabric spray, which claims to make coronavirus inactive 99.99%, has been launched. Center for Nanofabric School of Nanoscience and Technology, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and Eco Science Innovation Private Limited, Pune, developed the fabric spray. The spray will be available at 270 rupees for 250 ml and 495 rupees for 500 ml. The project is said to be headed by Professor Kiran Kumar Kakchingtabam from Manipur. He got selected as Deputy Director, Associate Professor in the School of Nanoscience and Technology, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra in 2014. Currently, Eco Science Innovation Private Limited, Pune, produces around 5,000 bottles of the spray per day. Team leader of the production team, Professor Kiran Kumar K. Sharma, said that the eco-safe and eco-friendly spray can kill coronavirus and contain COVID-19.
It can actually prevent the transmission of this coronavirus from one person to another. And we know that the transmission occurs from sneezing or cough, and this cough and the sneezing, when the droplets fall onto any kind of particularly fabrics, it can remain for 7 days. And if it is not being cleaned up or disinfected, then it can also further spread to other persons who are touching that, which are user-friendly to the society and which will solve the problem of the society. And this product basically addresses that issue also. It will be a very big boon to the current society, particularly in India, where there is a rise in the coronavirus infection cases. It has a very good potential to protect this.
Dangerous landslides are likely to occur in None Patri village of None district in the wake of existing cracks which were developed due to the recent incessant rains. Leaders of all Tribal Protection Forum Manipur along with media persons inspected the sites today and found the areas risky of landslides. 1 feet deep cracks have already developed on roads and courtyards in the village. Some parts of Imphal Ziri Road near the village have also caved in. If there is further heavy rainfall, around 50 households of the village will be in grave danger. Villagers are even afraid to stay inside their homes in the wake of the situation. Villagers have appealed to the authorities concerned to look into the matter at the earliest.
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯖꯨꯝꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯛ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯇꯥꯗꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯉꯝꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯣꯠ ꯑꯇꯩꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯖꯨꯝꯁꯦ ꯀꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯖꯨꯝꯗ ꯐꯥꯎ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯆꯔꯆꯀꯤ ꯕꯤꯜꯗꯤꯡ ꯃꯅꯥꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯍꯥꯟꯁꯨ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯅꯝꯊꯔꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯅꯝꯊꯔꯒ ꯐꯤꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯈꯥꯏ ꯃꯨꯛꯁꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯅꯝꯊꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯆꯪꯂꯒ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯤꯟꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯒꯤꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯁꯤ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯅꯝꯊꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯇꯜꯂꯦ
ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯀꯤꯕ laire faunare aduna chaba thakpa khangdre tummusu kire du atai tai da yum atai tai da chalaga tum leibne duna miyam chi mijeng changmiduna side jengchen ma yaba mijingna lalaga tuba matamda semdin sabi sajen ba doge pamane.
President of All Tribal Protection Forum Manipur, Joseph Rongmei, warned of carrying out intense agitations along with students' organizations of the Rongmei community if authorities concerned fails to take stock of the situation. It may be recalled that many parts of Nonay was affected in the earthquake of January 4, 2016.
Concerned officer Singda, district magistrate ta or not NHIDCL da memorandum se pishan kray. Masi se pibam se yadre haiduna high budusu adum tasan na da dum laire. 2016 January date 4 da earthquake adugi reaction do wave to la ga asi makha sida hole sama laire. Hole sama du da maiku thok maiku thok raba matung da ngasi se sinking se adum taw kray. Asi sinking taw ba khak ta chuna taduna asom na mathak ida so adum loin ma yum kaya muk so yum nipu yang khai se adumai affected oil laira. Concern department adaga government sina masi yengsan biwa hai ba se hanak so koilaw law don laire hojik so adum law don laire gari se so adum tat tan adum chelaga laire nong se so adum incessant adum chudan laire masi gi reaction se kari la kadra hai so khoi hai ngamdre aduna masi se government na masi tumi lai pham thokte athu bada masi gi se yengsan biwa hai ba se haijaning bne sangbi ban natragadi local gi CSO or local gi area gi mi loina no all tribal rights protection forum Manipur gi kan ba khongchang si changsang ne.
Members of Khongsai Students Organization Churachandpur district today carried out a cleanliness drive at Ingzakup Kholhau Memorial Park. Late Pu Ingzakup Kholhau was one of the prominent leaders during the Anglo-Kuki War of 1817-1819 at Zolzam village in Churachandpur. The organization's president Mangnyo Khongsai and other leaders of the park committee led the drive. Speaking to media, the president said that a park committee has been set up to see and maintain the park. He added that life-size statue of Pu Ingzakup Kholhau will be erected in the near future. Mangnyo Khongsai added that efforts are on to develop the park into a popular tourist spot. He appeals for public support for the same.
We really appreciate the chief of this village, that is Jolzam village, and who happens to be the chairman of this the park committee, has visited us, and then with all the encouragement speech that he have, we really appreciate. At the same point of time, we would like to appeal the general, stating that such kind of things which could beautify the land and as in Churachandpur as in whole should be supported. We would once again bring back lots of the past glory of these places, and the scenic beauty could be displayed to the whole people around not only for the Churachandpur and for the whole Manipur as well. So I appeal the governments as well to look into this matter, so to appreciate and support for this good cause.
Members of Pukrambam Kajau Memorial Trust, with an aim to make Manipur green, planted various tree saplings at Pukrambam Kajau complex in Kangmung Maisnamlekai, Nambol today. Brand Ambassador of Green Mission Manipur, Valentina Langbam, also took part in the event. Leaders of various CSOs eulogized the role of Pukrambam Kajau in achieving independence from the hand of British on the occasion. Kundrakpam MLA Tokchom Lokeshwar has launched the new Honda City's 5th generation car at Sangai Honda showroom, Ghari Airport Road, Imphal today. It is India's first connected car with Alexa remote capability. The car is equipped with various new features such as full LED headlamps, lane watch camera, vehicle stability assist VSA, 17.7 cm HD full color TFT meter, etc. It is available in 5 colors in 3 models, namely V, VX and ZX. The car is priced between 10,89,000 rupees to nearly 14,51,000 rupees. CEO of Sangai Honda, Oinam Vishal, was among those present on the occasion.
Shanghai Honda City ki anauba gari ma launch to se khwadi phaba hai batare kainu monda safety loi yaure mobile apps take tawra gari se automatically sinaba ya su yaure situ no controlling computerized side da du type amma su yaure koi steering ga se engine ge hakto ke lokto lo yare adu tom da comfortable oi adu Manipur da in khan chana ni khan.
Now the sports news. 16-year-old Russian goalkeeper Ivan Zaborovsky, who was hit by lightning during practice, has returned to training. He was warming up on the pitch for his team, FC Znamya Truda, when a flash of lightning hits the very spot he struck the ball on and sent him to ground on July 2. The keeper was taken to hospital after having the front of his shirt burnt off and was induced into a coma as medical professionals assessed the damage. Just 3 weeks later, and he has returned to training. Speaking about effects, Zaborovsky said it was difficult to breathe, but that's about it. Ivan also said he didn't remember anything about the incident. United Arab Emirates will host the 13th Indian Premier League IPL from September 26 to November 8 this year. Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, Delhi Capitals, Royal Challengers, Bangalore, Rajasthan Royals, Kings 11 Punjab, Kolkata Knight Riders and Sunrisers Hyderabad will compete in the league. Those who are engaged in team activities expressed their desire to play T20 matches ahead of the league. Despite decision by BCCI not to hold domestic tournaments until December, India might play against South Africa in 3 T20 matches by August end. All Manipur Football Association AMFA office near Imphal Polo Ground will be open between 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. till July 31st for works related to transfer of inter-club district players to district sports associations and district football associations and to facilitate provision of loans for sports persons. AMFA in a press release informs that a total of 56 footballers, including 10 women footballers, have been transferred to various football clubs so far. All Manipur Football Association AMFA has clarified that no decisions have been taken to hold the upcoming Manipur State League from this August. AMFA refuted the announcement made by President of Nisa Thamwiban, stating that the league will be held from August via online on July 19 without approval from AMFA, which is the parent body of the league. The association said that its annual calendar published before the COVID-19 pandemic included events under All India Football Federation. However, there will be certain changes this year owing to the pandemic. It also said that works related to transfer of players is being conducted in July month instead of June this year. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Government declares complete lockdown for 2 weeks in Manipur from tomorrow 2 p.m. to contain COVID-19 pandemic. Authorities beef up preventive measures against coronavirus in areas bordering Thoubal district in fear of possible community transmission of coronavirus. Ziri Development Organization says news about deaths of one Assam Rifles Jawan from COVID-19 in Zirbam district is false news. Titular King Lashemba Sanajauba takes oath as Rajya Sabha MP in Manipuri, wearing Manipuri traditional attire. India records single-day spike of above 37 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 28,732. And villagers of None Patri live in fear in wake of possible landslides. Parts of National Highway Imphal Ziri Road caves in. 1 feet deep crack already developed in the village. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri News. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Office of the Manipur